So come on in, take a sip, and let's wind down. I thought we could do that today with the Black Forest Grauburgunder. I saw this label and I saw the bottle. It was sleek, it looked gorgeous, and I do put a lot of aesthetic meaning into my purchases, right? I want to think that I'm buying something that's not only pretty, but it's also delicious, and usually something delicious deserves a pretty facade, if you will. So, turns out I wasn't off at all. There's no evidence of sediment, but we do have some light gas in this. It's got a really nice finish, a little more on the acidic side, so it's very clean. This would be fabulous if you were going to do, say, wine spritzers, or maybe a light type of salad, maybe some sort of a cool pasty dish, something like that. But I tell you what, this is just a fantastic little Grauburgunder. It's chocolate, and i.e. it's dry, but it has a very nice bouquet of green and golden apples, along with some citrus. I'm thinking lemon. Perhaps a little bit of grapefruit. And it's so clean, and it finishes so nice. This is a keeper, and again, right at about the €10 mark. So can't really beat it. Not at all. Okay, so what do we have in our grid today? Looks like we have a Dan Caprera construction here, edited by Will Shorts, so it just brings such a big smile to my face to hear it. Not that I don't miss Joel Fagliano. He does fantastic work, but it's just nice to see Will back at the helm. So let's go ahead and jump into our grid and see what we got for our Tuesday. Okay, Dan Caprera, what'd you do to us this time? Let's see, gobble. As printed. Be sick. Convenient source of tinctures and tonics. Corporal or sergeant would be a non-commissioned officer, an NCO. Gobble. Word with open or central. How about air? And I think this is snarf. I think we have a snarf on our hands. We have the monthly budget, our rent. Let's see, slicker as a winter road, sure. Or that relationship with that one brother-in-law that, you know how it goes. I don't actually deal with that, and I've got a pretty decent family all around. No longer burdened by, so maybe free of needs for in vitro fertilization would be OVA, maybe. Bit of workout apparel, informally, T. Annulled as a license, maybe revoked. And in a bit to a poet, a non. And let's see, tool that may be used as a hoe. The only thing I can even think of would be maybe an ads. It's funny, I do the Guardian grid as well, and that's just very British. I have to remember to put an E at the end of that, right? Or, like a color is OUR or something along these lines, right? It's really interesting. 100% could be all. Union requirements, dues. Brass component, we got the Z, assuming we're right with ads, but so far it's looking pretty good. I'm going to go with the zinc. And popular camp activity, I don't know. Singer of Despacito, which has more than 8 billion views on YouTube. That's Luis. Is it Fonzie? I can't remember. Celery components, going to go with a stock here. They'll give me Luis. And it gives me Lent following Fat Tuesday. Mardi Gras. Popular camp activity. God whose avatars restore cosmic order. Is this an I? Yes, it's the lid. Okay, I'm going to go with Vishnu here. I try to memorize all of the gods and then go beyond the memorization, actually know what some of them are known for, etc. But that can be really daunting when you're talking Hindu gods. Well, there's a lot of them, Canine welcomes, barks. Okay, we can get back up on track. I just wanted to make sure that we were kind of getting a little checked here as we go. The Green Latin is Hal Jordan, I think. Use an accent, it's probably Cleve. Okay, let's get back up to it. Nuke, English pop duo with the 84 hit Last Christmas. And I think we're talking about Wham. So a nuke could be a weapon of mass destruction. Name of Sporty Spice and the Spice Girls. Well, like I know that. Okay, Hoagie gonna be a hero, but hopefully we'll figure it out so I can learn something from this grid as I do in every grid every day. Reunion attendees could be alumni. And Janis Joplin's Me and Bobby McGee. So I'm hoping that's Mel C, or I've got something really messed up somewhere. But I'm pretty sure it's me and Bobby McGee, not Muggy. I mean, I used to own the sheet music to this. I mean, it was one of my favorite songs to play when I first started the guitar when I was a kid. So, yeah, convenient source of tinctures and probably the corner drugstore. And it may be a chip or two, perhaps an anti, and playground pathogen. Playground pathogen. That right there. Playground pathogen has now crawled its way into like my favorite words of all time. Like boo birds. Playground pathogen. I love it. First book after the four Gospels would be Acts. TV host Trevor with the memoir Born a Crime, and it would be Noah. He is so talented and so funny. But gosh, his impressions. I've been doing impressions my entire life. I mean, I was a kid, like 5 or 6 or 7 years old, sitting around doing Johnny Carson. So I hear you're a tennis player. I mean, stuff like that. But Trevor Noah, guy's good. I mean, he's better than, I don't want to say better, I'm just saying he's up there with like Jimmy Fallon and just these people that can just knock them out, right? Dental detritus tartar. Never know if I'm spelling that right. I love steak tartare, but slight different spelling. So, Cantonese counterpart, Ed Few Young, and that would be an omelet. So, glosses could be Sheens, Ian McShane. I really thought he was good, by the way. Ian McShane was really good in was it American Gods? I can't remember. That Neil Gaiman book. Read it years and years ago, but I did think that the show was all right. Exploitative ones, perhaps users. Sit non-ergonomically, which is not what I'm doing. I'm sitting ergonomically. I am what you call no slouch. Whatever. Surreptitiously led on in an email, maybe BCC. I just had a feeling that's where it was going. Marine photographer's aid. I'm assuming that we're talking about self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Hang with the boys. Langley. Popular camp activity, or literally what the circles are creating 4 times in this puzzle. So I've got a condor. Got a lion. Oh, it looks like we've got a scavenger hunt. And I guess these are scavengers. I don't know about a lion so much. I mean, lions I don't really know that they scavenge, do they? I mean, they're pretty much hunters, right? Maybe that's the hunt part of it. Maybe I just don't know. Good enough answer for me. Okay, Greek letter that represents summation, and I think that's sigma. Figure painted by Warhol, of course. Just creeping in left and right these days. I mean, it's amazing. What do we got here? Item with hinged legs. Is this an R? Net earned, yes. Okay, bam. Tracking this. I think we got ourselves a card table. Well, we need to probably spell it correctly to be effective in this grid. If we want to get a little jazz number at the end. Catches in the act, maybe nabs. Rumakub, piece. I think it's a tile. I don't really know anything about the game or whatever that is. I don't know. So probably going to bail out on the party. Superman foe Lex Luthor. Neither's partner nor. So I guess it's a bro down. And I have never heard this before, but I'm liking it. I mean, why not? Stir fry accessory looks like it's going to be a walk, but I don't know. Is it an accessory or kind of a necessity, really? I mean, can you really do stir fry without one? I mean, you gotta get the meat cooked first and kind of up and on the sides so it can stay warm, and that way you can do the vegetables, which take a bit longer. I mean, like, I don't know. It seems like the wok is kind of important just by design. I've got one I love using. I've always had a wok. I mean, I think you're great. I think we got troops here. Fine. We'll just say that it's an accessory. You know, whatever. Bagpiper's wear, maybe kilt. That's not even half of it. Well, this looks like something like you've got no idea or something like that. So I'm going to put that down. And let's just see if we can finish the corner so we can get moving on here. Fawn's mother could be a doe. Lamb's mother could be a ewe. All right. Cultivates in a way, maybe plows. Medusa's hair, and obviously a bunch of asps. Pittsburgh's Canton Avenue, famously, yeah. 2-1 Spice Girls song. Does it become? I don't know. I mean, I vaguely remember anything about them, and I really remember liking them. I mean, they were catchy, but I don't know. When they were popular, I was more into the other stuff. I mean, I like Semisonic and Marcy Playground and stuff, right? You know, I mean, Sarah McLachlan was really big during the time too. And, so Salt Lake City to Minneapolis direction, I think it'd probably be east, northeast, wouldn't it be? Okay, moving on. How about anywho? Have as support, maybe rely on. Eons. Oh, we got them eons in there. Body personified by the Greek titan Selene, and that is the moon. Yeah, so, you have no idea. If I had a nickel for every time I've been told that, when in reality, I probably did have an idea. Plus or minus bits, maybe ions. And let's see if we can come in. Piece of blackboard chalk geometrically, and I think this would just be a cylinder. Some committees are definitely ad hoc. Specific purpose. Use an axon maybe to cleave. Ooh, I haven't used that word since Geology 101. One vacationing in a camper informally could be an RVer. Walkie-talkie word. Reminds me of Family Guy. No, Brian, you have to say over. Over, Brian. Over. 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 It was great. Big Time could be an era Barbie actor, Michael Cera. So how did we do, Bob? Love it. Fantastic grid. Dan Caprera. This was an outstanding grid. Now, because it was just inelegance free, really. It was a beautifully constructed grid. I saw that we got a hyena out of this thing and a lion, a condor. This is really pretty clever stuff. And for a Tuesday, too. And unlike yesterday, which felt more like a Tuesday, this felt just like it was a perfect Tuesday, perhaps a lighter Wednesday. So you really knocked this one out of the park. I'm going to put this up there above clever, right? You know, I mean, this is just a fantastic grid. It's not only what you'd expect for a Tuesday from the New York Times, but it's what you really want to see. This is what is desirable on a day like Tuesday. I was so happy when I graduated to Tuesdays from just going back and doing Monday grids when I first started, because I mean, I felt like I was ready to take the next step. And so for that level of necessity, you need that level of precision as you're trying to learn and grow. And this is a fabulous example of that. So anyway, we'll just do away with all this and bring down our Bannière d'Adieu. And with that, I just want to say I've had some fantastic comments. I've had some wonderful suggestions all the way around. I'll be editing and uploading these after I finish the Guardian quick crossword here, or right after this one. And as I'm putting those up, I will be replying to all of the comments from yesterday, which I do appreciate more than anything. You have no better way to show support than subscribing and commenting, liking the grid. It means the world to me, so thank you for that. And until we see you tomorrow for the Hump Day Grid, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, ciao, Cin-Cin. My name is Christopher, and I'm delighted you were here to solve this grid with us today. Hey, be good to yourselves and your friends and your neighbors and all that, but be especially nice to the person behind you in the queue. Be well. Take care out there.